First up, we have the park or tail slash brake light. If I flip them over here, you can see one side's got the purple wire, one side's got the blue wire. The purple wire is for the park or tail light, the blue wire is for the brake light. There's a shared connection between the two of them. This is to allow simultaneous operation of both the tail and brake light across both boards. The plug with the purple wire needs to be plugged into the park light or tail light side of the light, and the blue wire needs to be plugged into the brake light. This is the operation of the tail and brake light. Next up, we have the reverse light. As you can see here, it's slightly tapered at the bottom to fit correctly inside the housing. This is the operation of the reverse light. Next, we have the sequential indicator. This needs to be tested to find the correct flow. It should flow from inside to outside. If it flows the opposite way, it's a matter of spinning the board 180 degrees before mounting. As you can see here, it flows inside to outside. After baking, you want to start by removing the reverse light lens. This can be done by gently prying on the outer surround until you can get a small flathead screwdriver in. Take your time and remove as much adhesive as possible as you go. As you can see here, you want to work your way across the top and bottom of the lens with your screwdriver, slowly prying it apart. Next, you want to move on to the tail light lens, working your way along the edges in the same fashion as the reverse light lens. Take your time and remove as much adhesive as possible as you go. Next, we will remove the indicator lens. This is done in the same way as the other two. Slowly work your way along the edge and around the bend. This is the lens once it's been removed. A small modification is required, as you can see by the marked plastic. To remove this, you can use a Dremel or tin snips. It is for the bridging wire to connect the two boards. Test fit the boards and the housing to a correct fitment. Then test each board on the vehicle to make sure they are working correctly. This is especially important for the indicator to check the correct flow. Using no more gaps, silicone or another cork, place a small amount in each of the holes in the housings to secure the boards. Also secure the sequential module. Once you've secured all the boards, leave to dry and then check all the boards are still working correctly before we move on to the final step. Run a bead of cork around each board to secure its lens. Put even pressure around each edge, making sure the lenses are firmly seated. Then sit back and admire all your hard work.